How many of you guys actually send a newsletter currently to an email list? Anybody? A little bit? Yeah, I know you do, Greg. It's a great tool to keep in communication. And why is that? One, it will help you build expert and authority, which is stuff we always talk about with your other marketing, like Facebook and social media marketing. But this is just a different way to reach them and help build the knowledge in your area and show them your expertise. You can also share relevant information so that you're in front of them more frequently. And it's been said that 90% of the emails actually get delivered to their intended recipients, but only 2% of Facebook fans see your posts. So you're really covering all your bases if you use both tools. And you can just show your style and your personality. And that's what some of my clients like to do. Is I have several clients that I do newsletters for, and they just do either the basic conservative business stuff, or they really sprinkle in their personality. And I'm going to show you examples of two of those. So first of all, I have some content ideas of things that you could actually put in your newsletter. Obviously, you can put if you have a current listing or you have a recently sold or even an older sold, that doesn't matter. You can do a market update. I know a lot of you get information for the current market every month or quarter. Links to articles that would be relevant to your target audience. If you have a blog, that's the very best thing to do because you'd be getting some traffic back to your website, which is always good for getting search engine notices. And then you could share a real estate tip or two. You could do a local merchant highlight. You could do that either a photo and a small blurb on who they are and what they do, or you could even just go there and record a few-minute video and link it to a YouTube video that you've created for that merchant. They really appreciate it, and they're more likely to share your stuff with their customers and friends, so that will also help you build your list. If there are events happening in the area, I know like around Halloween, there's always, I get some newsletters from people that say, here's what's happening in the area for Halloween, and that's kind of seasonal, a seasonal specific thing. And then a couple of my clients love to do recipes. So in a monthly newsletter, we kind of pick a theme for that month, and then we do a recipe that with an image, and we credit where we found the recipe, of course. And that's just kind of getting a little bit more personal and not so business-like, of course. You could share date night ideas around the area that are local, the target area you're trying to reach. And then just talk about yourself. You know, it's okay to add your personality and personal passions in there. Like you can have, if you have a milestone or something great happen in your family, or if you've traveled somewhere recently that's, exciting and you want to share it. I had one client who went and volunteered to help with the elephants in, I don't even remember where it was, but Thailand, I think. And so we did a whole newsletter just based on her experience with her service to helping the elephants. And if you support any nonprofits, that would be good to highlight too, because not only are you, talking about what you're passionate about, but also supporting a nonprofit by getting more of their word out. And then just think about fun stuff that you want to share. Make it unique and fun. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. So first of all, the mail tool that I recommend to start out is MailChimp. And I like it because it's easy. It's free if you have less than 1,000 subscribers. It's not as robust, but you still can do the basics that you need to do when you have the free version. They have some templates that are easy to just customize. And then once you have a template customized with your own design, then you can duplicate it the next month and just go in and replace each area of the content. At the end of your sending cycle, you want to track the data to see, how many people are opening it, what clicks you get through to any articles or links that you post, if any emails bounce, or you get a lot of unsubscribes. And one piece of data that's helpful is what the subject line is, because that will determine a lot of times if someone's actually going to open it. So you want to get creative with your subject line. And then when you do upgrade, then there are more advanced features that are available. Like you get a lot more templates, and it makes it kind of fun to design. It can be also a little overwhelming, but you have a lot more to choose from. You can do more automations. So you could set up a series of emails that goes out if you're into email marketing, where you, welcome somebody to your email list, and then you might have an email that goes out every few days, just telling your story, and what you're good at and highlighting things that you want. But that's a way of doing it is through automation. And that is when you are paying for it, actually. And then in my case, my clients usually they pay the premium version, and they have the ability to let me manage it for them from my account. And I'm going to show you that also in a minute. Okay, so here is an example. I think some of you might know Linda Weilert. I know you do, Greg. And I'm going to jump off the slide and just pull up her November newsletter. And so this is what actually was sent out. And I'm just going to kind of walk through step by step what she liked. Now, this is her. She's a very vivacious woman who has a lot of passion. People absolutely adore her. And she wanted that to come through in her newsletter. So it's a combination of her personality and her business. So she's a reverse mortgage loan advisor. And we always start with kind of a theme. We change the colors and have a theme, and then talk about, whatever the title topic is, and then what is in the newsletter. So we talk about, here's some recent posts from my blog, guidelines for staying safe over the holiday, Star's latest suggestion, and a few recipes. Okay, so going down, this is a article that's on her website. It's a blog. So I put a little snippet description and an image that goes with it. This is a testimonial from one of her real clients. And we put it in always make a new graphic that highlights, the different testimonials that she gets. And then this is another video from her founder, from her company, Scott Gordon. And so you can click through to watch the video. My assistant who writes these, she wrote this article about Thanksgiving guidelines with COVID. So that's a fairly long piece. Wow, it's a very long piece.
Oh, nice.
And then this was the recipe. Since it was November, then it was a recipe for turkey. And then she loves to throw in, she loves to throw in a cocktail recipe. So we always come up with a new cocktail recipe for whatever the month theme is. And then this is one of her 4 dogs. And we have this little corner, Star Suggests, and she used to have a beautiful yellow lab named Riley, and we had a section called Riley Recommends. And it's stuff that's local in her, and I'm sorry to say Riley passed, but it's always something that comes from a dog's perspective, not all the time, but a lot of times. And it's usually a nonprofit or to promote somebody in the area or something like that. So it's whatever she's passionate about that month. We always ask her, what do you want to highlight in Star Suggest section? And then we wrap it up. And that's a very long newsletter, and she gets a super high open rate. She gets compliments every time she sends it out. She gets a ton of people that respond back that they love the recipe, or, oh, look at Star, or whatever. And she gets a lot of business from it. But we've been doing this for her for 10 years, and she has a list of about 30,000 people. So I don't want it to seem intimidating to you at all. It's okay to start with 100 people. It doesn't really matter the number of people you have on your list. It's the quality of the people and that you're communicating with them, and it will grow over time. So that's Linda. And then one of the other clients that I have who likes just a professional look, because her target audience is financial planners and real estate agents that would want to work with reverse mortgage. She's in the Southern California area. And here is her version, what she likes. So she usually likes an image graphic that's like an infographic. So, it could be anything. There's a bunch of different ones that we've created for her. And she likes it to be more directed to the financial planners. And then we also put in a testimonial for her and a link to her testimonials. We usually put in a statistic for her of what's related to retirement or anything to do with Social Security. There's always some sort of statistic that we put in there, and then we wrap it up. So those are 2 very different examples that I thought would be kind of fun to show you. And then I thought it would be fun to also show you a quick walkthrough on MailChimp. So let me get to that. Okay. So I logged in as me, and I have access to my, several, like half dozen or more clients in here. So I decided to go into Lori's newsletter, since I showed you hers, and just see what you get when you log into the dashboard. So you right away see how many people she has on her email list. And then you see that some people have subscribed, which is totally normal. And you want them to, because it's better if they unsubscribe because they're not interested, rather than not open it and become a dead list. So I'm sure Bill probably has a lot to offer on this topic. And then you can, from here, navigate. You can create a campaign. So if you click on create, it gives you the options of what you can create. Some of these features are like the multi-channel design and landing pages. I believe those are only for paid versions. And then you can add to your audience or manage your audience, or add new lists in here as a new audience. And so you can kind of see what's going on with her list in here. And then you can look at the campaigns that you've already sent. That's what this is. And then this is where you also go and look at the templates that are available and reports that you can generate from it. The automations wouldn't be available on the free version, and it's kind of, complex to set it up, but once you have it set up, it's actually a really cool thing to help you kind of hands-off grow your business. And then if you have a website, so some of these other ones are not relevant to what we're talking about today. So that's a very fast overview of MailChimp. There are a lot more details that we could go into, but I know we're always, with the essence of time. Do we have any questions?
No. Great overview.
Thank you. And Bill, I have to say, Bill is more the expert on a lot of different email practices than I am. I just was doing a basic, if you are starting out and you want to do a free newsletter, that was really the point of showing you all of that. But Bill is really the expert, right, Bill?
Yes.
You're muted. You're muted, Bill.
Muted. I'm not muted.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Zoom. But yes, I do know a bit about email. Yeah. But terrific overview. And MailChimp, I would say, of all the different tools, MailChimp is a very simple, intuitive tool to use. So that's a very nice overview, Claudia.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I like it too, and
Yeah.
I've used all of them.
Yeah. MailChimp's been good. It's been good. It's been around a long time too. So it's a tried and true, system as well. And it has all the built-in unsubscribes like most of them do. So it's like everybody is, all your stuff is pretty much plug in and get used to their little layout tool. Probably only take most people probably about an hour to really get familiar with it and be able to get all their stuff uploaded and into that system. But if you ever have any questions, Claudia or me or Bill are good sources to help out with. But yeah, great presentation. Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you. That reminds me too that by putting in all your information, they make you put in the information that's required to keep you spam compliant. And so that's another benefit. And as far as options go, if you do upgrade as you grow your list, it's very, very affordable, and it goes by scale. So if you add 500 people to your list, then it may go up to $12 a month, and from there it goes up. So that's another good reason to use it.
Yeah, I think it's more affordable than Constant Contact. I think Constant Contact's a little pricier as well. So that's definitely a good option. And the free option is great because you get in and you can start up your newsletter and there's no cost, and grow with it as you pay as you go. Get up to that speed. Yep. I thought I had a 2,000 subscriber count, not a 1,000 now.
I don't know. I was on it the other day for a client, and we had to pay because she had like 1,010.
But did she have it in her total? Because I know I've had it where if you have two different lists, it's the total list combined.
Yeah. So it was a brand new list, and it was all clean because I cleaned it for her. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that was. Because I thought it was 2002 before that.
Yeah, I thought it was 2000 anyway. But yeah, so 1,000 is probably their new limit on it. They probably are, ratcheting down a little, get a little more subscriber count up on the MailChimp side, but.
Yeah. And if for some reason it is 2,000, well, yay, bonus bucks.
Yeah. Bonus.